Hey, hello. We're going to go and take a look at editing a agent. So we're in CoPilot right now, and we're just going to take a look over at all agents on the left-hand side. And so you can see that there are pre-made agents inside CoPilot right now. And so when you're going to open these, and you choose one, let's take this idea coach for example, and then you go and add it to your list of agents that you want. That will put the agent on the left hand side in that tab, and it will just pin it to one side, and you can just go and pin it to your frequently used, for example. However, if you go to create an agent, you can go and use these same agents. They're kind of templates that are there already. And so in the presentation that I've made, I used Idea Coach as the thing that we can just go in and edit and change and make our own. So if you take a look at the description that's here, and also we've got the pre-made prompts here, this is almost the same for all of the pre-made Copilot agents and bots that they have in that simple gallery. So you have sort of opening prompts that you can use as a starting guide, and then you have a description, and then underneath inside you have a set of instructions that the bot will follow and adhere to. Okay, let's go a little bit further, and in the configure section you can see how it's all broken down, and this is in the presentation too, that you can see that we've got the instructions here. Now the instructions are okay. We can go and develop those a little bit further, and then we've also got some things called the knowledge. Now if you don't have a pro account, you won't be able to see the upload from your device. You can't go and put PDFs. You can't go and create a local repository of PDFs and books and links and stuff like that. Instead, what you can do is you can only put links in here, but there's a little bit of a workaround that we can work on together. Okay, so let's go and take a look at the description. So the description sits here. Sometimes it's a bit scant when we can go and make it, we can flesh it out a little bit more. And the way that we do that is we can just go and copy this and take this and put this into another LLM or your AI of choice, and just say, hey, can you make this a bit more fully fledged? Can you flesh this out a little bit better? And then you can get a better description ready for this, providing that you say what it's actually for. So I'm going to go over into DeepSeek for this example. DeepSeek is a free LLM, and it allows you to go and use this in the way that any LLM actually works. So let's just take a look over there. So I'm over here on DeepSeek, and what I'm doing is just making sure that this understands what the description is and what it should be. I want it to be more of a brainstorming assistant, so it's going to have it's going to give me a to and fro to understand how I can make an idea sort of better. So I'm just going to go and click OK with this, and give me something more in tune with a brainstorming bot rather than just an ideas assistant. So here we are with our DeepSeek challenges for making it more of a brainstorming app rather than just an ideas. So this one here is it's not really what I want. Future focused. I'm not really going to use the word supercharge, but option 2, energetic and engaging, stuck on a challenge. So it's giving us a question straight away, and I quite like that. So I'm going to copy that and then put that into the description for my agent, which means that I can just go and take an LLM and use it and get description and then put it into my agent. Okay, so coming back into our Copilot agent and assistant, So I'm just going to go and paste this into my description and leave it there, and then this will appear underneath this idea coach, and you can see that straight away that as we're starting to edit this, it's given us an idea for my ideas coach, but I don't really want that. I'm going to go and edit it and change it and then turn it into my brainstorming app. Next job is we need to go and work with these instructions. We can do the same job again, copy and paste these. This time what I might do is change this out of DeepSeek and put it into Gemini, so that I don't have something that's just overly verbose that DeepSeek tends to sort of lean towards. So I could put this into GPT as well. Either one would give me a similar idea. I can copy and paste, and then once I put it into one, I can then just go and evaluate with another. So let's go and check this out. So here we are inside Gemini. I'm just going to use this for retuning my instructions. And so what I want to do is take the instructions which are here from the original ideas coach, and I just want to turn this into more of a brainstorming idea and brainstorming bot that's going to give me questions backwards and forth, and just have a conversation that's just going to allow me to bring an idea to the fore. And so I've asked it to give me 10 improvements for this. I'm going to go and just take this a little bit further and say, reason as to why you've chosen these improvements, and then I'm going to ask it to give me the full instruction set. So in this result here, I asked it to reason as to why it should use these improvements, and one of them should be sort of time, and also are you getting the best ideas right here on the table. So I've asked it to do that, I've asked it to reason, and so I'm about to go and ask it to give me the full instruction set ready to just go and paste straight into CoPilot. So now the results here are based on tailoring results actually to what you're asking it in the first place, as well as time, as well as resources, and then asking questions backwards and forwards based on those specific parameters, which is what I'm happy with. So I'm going to go and copy and paste this and then put this into the CoPilot agent, and just hope that the character limit is under, I think, the 6,000 or 8,000 characters that we are permitted to use. So back over here in CoPilot, I've now got all of the instructions that I want my agent to perform under. The next job now is to go and consider what we need to go and put as our set of suggested prompts for novice users or new users or the people in our team. And so what I want to do now is, instead of just copying these individually, what I'm going to do is just go and take a screenshot, put that into back into Gemini, which I'm using. I could use GPT. Just take a screenshot here and say, are these the best prompts and basic prompts and opening prompts for the users based on this instruction set? So let's go and do that right now, and then we'll come back and look at the results in a second. So here we are over in DeepSeek, and it's given us the improved opening prompts from a screen grab that I took of the opening prompts of CoPilot. And now what we're going to do is just take a look at what we've put in CoPilot and how these have been improved. And it's given us sort of simple scenarios that are sort of more personal, more human, more sort of human-centric. So I'm stuck on this, I need this, I have a wall, it's all to do with the person and the user. And so this idea coach isn't so much an idea coach, they are now sort of a brainstorming coach. So let's go and change this, a brainstorming coach or a brainstorming idea friend or agent. And now we're ready to just go and put the final sort of parts of this, the final elements, which is just an icon. And so we can just go and add that in, and let's just go and use Gemini for this because it has Nana Banana. We can create an icon to put into our icon holder, which is just here. So over here in Gemini, we are going to take a look at the Nano Banana section. If you've not used this before, when you pop into create an image, you can go and use this for an image creator. And what I want is an icon for my Brainstorming Coach. I'm going to write this underneath because you can see that it's just sort of disappeared for somehow. So you just pop on the plus, and then you can go to Nano Banana, which is here. I'm just going to pause this and then paste in the last sentence. So I'll just put that in there, make me an icon for my agent in CoPilot. Just hit plus and just go and send this away, and then hopefully it's going to go and make me an icon. So if we take a look at what it's given us this for this brainstorming idea icon. It's not the greatest, but for this session, it's going to be okay. So I'm going to download this. The problem being that the icons that Nano Banana make, the size of the file can be quite large. So what I suggest you might want to do is just take on a screen grab of your icon and go and put your screen grab in instead of the actual icon file. Sometimes it can be a bit of an issue. Sorry if you heard that in the background, but use that screen grab. That's a little bit of a workaround when it says the file is too big, or the file is not quite right. You can use the screen grab, and then it'll be okay. And what I'm talking about is when we're here in CoPilot, you can see this red kind of error here. I think this is only for pro users. I think regular users don't actually see this, but when you go into here, instead of sort of uploading the icon from your download, if you go to wherever your screenshot is, you should be able to go and use that. So we'll see if this screenshot, this is from a different place. This is see if that's going to work. Yeah, you got the green tick and my icon's been accepted, and so we're ready to go. Let's just go and create this and see what happens. We can always delete it later. I'm not going to share this. So you get this this pop-up. Let's just go to agent, and there's my brainstorming idea agent. It could do with a capital B, but I'm ready to go and add some files to it, see what it can do, see more prompts, see the prompts that I've got there, generate some creative ideas, and there's my agent working. And so because it knows some of the memory and also the files that are in our Microsoft accounts, it's going to go and suggest something straight away. So there we are. I hope this has helped you somewhat. Right, go and try this yourself. As always, good luck.